What's going on, guys? Barnyard here. Sorry, experiencing technical difficulties with the breeding right now, so trying to make it work. I don't know if it's a blockchain error or what's going on, but alright. Anyway, I've done two breeds so far, two of my Genesis Queens. This is going to be the third one once this runs through. Then one more Genesis Queen after that. Have a Queen I'm in progress of upgrading to level 20, and then I think that's another, I think I have 10 total Gen 1 Monster Queens that we're going to be breeding with today, so first bee I hatched from my main hive queen was 251497. Ended up being about 200 across the board. It was a 201 endurance bee. So there we go. Man, I've been having great luck with my Genesis queen breeds today. That's awesome. Above average stats. You can see right there, zone 6, close to the zone 7. It's a good breed. Last Genesis queen breed. We're going to make sure we upgrade this other queen first. I scooped up some of these bees this last week on the marketplace just to make sure I, had more content, more breeds coming out. I think, with the inevitable central exchange listing coming here soon, and then in addition to that, with just kind of what the team has hinted at with marketing ramping up and user acquisition really scaling up, I think we will see a demand for more bees coming here into the ecosystem here very soon. Unsuccessful. Okay, well, let's try that again. We can do this. There we go. Yeah, I think with the soon-to-be influx of more players, we're going to see more of a demand for the bees. One thing I've been thinking about, though, is maybe not necessarily a need for or a demand for Gen 2 bees, right? Which is what we're producing here, I think, from an economic standpoint. From a value perspective, that's probably the most value way to make money off of breeds. But there might not be quite the demand, right? Because you're paying a slight premium because they're Gen 2, even though they are monsters. But the Gen 1, especially once this energy mechanic gets put into place that Corey has hinted about. But basically what the team is trying to do is they're trying to decentivize Gen 3 shit bees and incentivize Gen 1, Gen 2 bees, just higher quality, tier assets is what they're going for, just for a balance of like the beescape and just, maintaining value and trying to balance the ROI from a lot of these bees in the ecosystem. The problem that was realized is that if you came in, and actually I did a guide about it, is the best way for your ROI would be get a great Gen 1 queen, all bred out for your value. You're paying, at the time it was like 4 or 5 soul for it. I think it's even cheaper now. You make her your hive leader, and then you surround her with a bunch of Gen 3 donkeys and just let the boost do its work. And that's your ROI, and I think it was down to like 2 weeks at one point. There we go. We got 10 of these monster queens we're going to do today, so hopefully get some good breeds here. But yeah, the ROI from Gen 3 crap bees just wasn't sustainable long term for the ecosystem. So trying to balance it out now, incentivize the Gen 1s. And you'll see that now. Just recently, the chase bee percentage was increased if you're using a Genesis male bee, which we will not be doing just from cost standpoint. Just doesn't make sense for us. We're not necessarily chasing the chase bees. I'll probably, if we don't hatch one, probably just buy one this month like we did last month. Go from there. Man, I don't even know what I did with my chase bee. But I mean, hopefully we hatch one anyway. It'd be nice if it was in our mood. But satisfied, monster bee. One more endurance would have been nice there. But no luck. We'll go upgrade her again. Get her there. A few more upgrades, we'll be able to power through the rest of these breeds. And I promise right after this I will be recording a video of the state of the market essentially for the bees, and I'll be listing these and trying to find floors for a lot of these bees. So I think I have around, after this hatching session, it'll be around 130, 140 bees I need to list, all out of 20 slots. Only mood I'm missing, I think, is bored and curious. So if you guys watch this and you guys are looking for a specific mood, you guys should be able to find them listed close to floor on Magic Eden or in the game marketplace. I am going to list them in HXD. So yeah, we'll keep on keeping on, as the kids say. Or as Joe Dirt says, life's a garden, you got to dig it. But yeah, still super bullish on HXD. You'll notice the cost right now is a little bit higher, just from HXD still saying about that 14-cent range, with Sol pushing again above the 150 mark. Hell, Bitcoin all-time high again today. So I think soon we'll see the rest of the markets, and the whole market as a whole. Market as a whole, I think, is going to continue going up. All this ETF and institutional money coming in. It's just a matter of when does it rotate into the alt, into the micro caps and whatnot. So yeah, we'll see. I think it's only a matter of time. I full faith in this team and this project and this game. I think we're going to see some nice price action on the. Oh, there we go. B Illuminati B. Ooh, that's a rare trait, baby. Would be nice if it was curious. We'll take the satisfied though. Decent stats, but yeah, that's a very rare trait. Gonna make sure we do not floor that guy. Hell yeah, that's a very good. That's an awesome B. We're excited about that. Woo! Heck yeah, we will make sure we check the floor on that too. So that is one thing to keep an eye out for. Right? Is typically I'm not much of a visual or traits guy, but I know there's a few that carry a nice premium. The B Illuminati symbol being one of them. The black card was another desirable trait. Like, there's a few rare traits. I think there's one super rare, like epic, mythic, whatever rarity for each category. Decent B. But that B Illuminati is arguably the most desirable. Man, just plugging along. All right, a lot smoother now. Oh, hey, bonus hatch. I had one of my Genesis Queens was kind of taking long. I don't know if it was a blockchain problem or what was going on, but it might have just went through. That would make sense for what the hell just happened. And that's why I started this video over. I thought it might have been a blockchain issue with the Genesis Queens. So popped him out. Okay. There we go. Onwards and upwards. That might have been the one I kept getting the busy bee error for. But yeah, B Illuminati super rare. Black card trait super rare. The Daft Punk helmet is pretty desirable. I think Alien Eyes might be another one. I don't know. I do. I think that's my first B Illuminati symbol though. Oh, the Devil Angel is another rare one. I did scoop up a Floor Generations at one point, which is super sweet. I think I scooped it up for. It's a Gen 3 crappy stats, but I think I scooped it for like 0.3 Sol maybe at the time, and I'd have to check floor prices, but I know at one point that Devil Angel trait was up to floor of like 2.5 Sol. I think the B Illuminati is like a 4 Sol trait, so short of getting a Chase B, those might be the next most desirable traits, and they don't rotate, monthly. Endurance good. I think the endurance trait, and we'll find out in this next video. I think the endurance trait ends up being pretty much the big factor of a floor price of value for these Bs. So one thing to keep an eye on. We gotta make sure we upgrade her again. Almost there. I hate this minute cooldown. Soon enough it'll be. I think in the pipeline is multiple upgrades at one time, which would solve this minute cooldown between upgrades. But right now it's just an inconvenience. It is what it is. It's a new game. This team is pioneering every single day, so kind of cut them some slack. I know some people get a little impatient with it, but it's just the name of the game. Man, oh, do I have to set the filter every single time? Oh, no. Oh, see? We're doing that, but then a Genesis popped up. What the hell am I doing in my life, man? Alright. I don't want to be making Gen 3 Bs again. We're not about that life. Not about that life. But yeah, that's pretty much the state of everything right now. Is just waiting for the pump on HXD. I think it's inevitable. Rest of the market's doing good. Game's still fun. We'll see what the B market looks like. And hopefully we just keep cranking out some monsters. Start tracking the data. I think we'll have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 6, 11, 10, 21. I think we're going to have like 35 Bs to populate the spreadsheet with. There we go, all 200 pluses. The endurance stat, nice, okay. To populate the breeding spreadsheet and kind of get our averages and See if we can't get a chase bee here this month. That'd be nice. Those zombies are pretty sweet looking. Um, Ideally, I mean, hell, the theory would be if I was a smart man, I think I would be trying to buy 4 to 5 chase bees every month, just holding on for the value long term from a cosmetic standpoint. But I don't know. I don't know if you want to call it a flaw or just difference of opinion. Probably is a more accurate term, but not much of a cosmetic guy. I'd rather go for the utility, right? So, but I do want to at least have one chase bee every month in my account. Um, Hell, I was lucky. I missed the Mad Honey Vial event when they had the custom art, and luckily my buddy Zelex had a MHVB. In my mood, he was so gracious enough to trade me for a Genesis of his and an MHV vial to make up the difference for it. So Zelex is a real G. If you guys don't follow him on X or on Discord or anything like that, that's the dude to follow. He knows his math. He's got he's got this he's got HoneyLand down to a T with the spreadsheets and whatnot. Oh no. Connection failure. Killing the stream. Is it my internet or is it no, we're good. Throwing that AK down on him with the subpar endurance stat and the subpar stats, man. See, that's what happens. Man, lose your connection, get a crappy B. That's how it works sometimes, just rigged, I'm kidding, by the way. We'll upgrade her again. One more after this, and she'll be, boom, good to go to start spitting out kids. So, I also think I have 3 or 4 bred out queens I'm going to end up listing, Gen 1 monsters. So, if you guys are in the market for that, if you have someone new coming into the game, right, from a value perspective, that's probably the best way to go. Excuse me. I'll see if I can't. I created a new Twitter account waiting to get approval before I start really ramping it up and trying to market that again. But that was my guide from my account that got banned was from a value perspective. You can get a Gen 1 monster queen that's been bred out. That's your best value bet for being a hive leader. Short of going out and finding a Genesis queen. I know that price point phases a lot of people out, but for a few $100, if you plan on really playing this game and really trying to get into it, finding a nice, strong Gen 1 queen is the way to go for sure. I don't know if this is my phone, if it's just an action with the game, or if it's my internet, but playing along. Man, every time I see that mustache, it reminds me of Corey, our CEO, just from when he ran a mustache for a minute. Endurance stats good. That might help us on the floor price for this B. So, previously when I had looked at floor prices and stuff, it was a nice mix of endurance floor mixed with like total stats and other relevant stats like agility, capacity, and whatnot that kind of determined the floor. But that endurance stat, at least at the time, was the most important. Just because you're trying to get to that zone 8, zone 7, at least minimum zone 6. Although it feels like zone 6 is kind of crowded now. Just from, I think, people kind of catching on a little bit, but also just from the tiered halving impact reward to time ratio, if that makes sense. It just feels like it's a little bit more busy in zone 6 competitive wise. If I was crafting a different strategy or a new counter, something like that, I'd probably try to target zone 7. But even zone 7 feels super congested from my point of view. Subpar stats. Man, our best breeds so far today have been from our Genesis Queens, which is atypical. One more upgrade on her, I think, and then we should be good. 2 more breeds left. Be nice to have one monster, just an absolute stud is what we're going for. That'd be fantastic to wrap this up, or a chase bee. That B Illuminati symbol is great. That might, I think that ends up making our money for making us profitable for this breeding session. But we'll see. We got 2 left. It'd be nice to just have 1,500 HXD monster crank out. That'd be fantastic. You can see my B Illuminati shirt right here. And also, it's crocheted bee from my mother-in-law, and then my light board. I turn it on, but it gets way too bright. You can't see anything. That's from the team right there. That's my favorite bee. That's the one I got a tattoo of. It's got uh, the bee vipes on, the pit viper glasses. It's got the varsity jacket, nice guy with a mullet and a smile after yours truly. And then, fun fact, the varsity jacket actually has a Botic stitched into it. And if you're not familiar with Botic, that is our very own Justin, one of the core founders. So I like to joke with my wife that, I got Justin's name tattooed on me before I got her name. So that always goes over really well. Yeah. Just a little look into the peek behind me. Yeah, 2 more breeds. This one's taking a little bit of time. Kind of what happened earlier. The first one I had got stuck, and then it was backlogged almost. So we saw pop up earlier. So again, I don't know if it's blockchain, if it's the game. Breeding, hatching, all that stuff always seems to have. Not it seems to have. It has an extra layer of complexity that I'm sure. From our perspective, just playing the game, right, it can be a tad bit frustrating. But I'm sure the technical standpoint behind it is just there's a lot more to it. I would imagine, right, than just clicking a button. So, man. Well, see if we can't force another one through. If they stack like last time. Uh-oh, double breeding. We'll see what happens. If this sits out for probably 30 seconds or so, I'll probably just end the stream right there, and I'll update the two additional breeds after that happens. But yeah, we'd be looking at 251, 512, and 513 should be the next sequential for the Gen 2s popping out. But I think we'll end up going from there. So we'll start listing our bees. I'll get a spreadsheet going so we can start collecting data on the breeds and kind of seeing what they're looking like, seeing what the average stats are comparatively to what we expected based on that mid-curve from the breakdown in the original breeding video. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.